Welcome to another edition of the Go Noles podcast. I am your host, Gregory McCoy. This podcast is by a fan for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not an insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my content comes from me and my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. This is instant reaction for the Wake Forest game. We got out-coached. Plain and simple. And Wake Forest just dominated us on both sides of the ball in the trenches. Their quarterback played better. It looks like Wake Forest actually prepared for this game. I don't know what the game plan was coming into this game, like defensively or offensively. What was the game plan? Because I like I said before, I'm no coach, I'm no offensive guru, I'm no analyst, but the screenplay was there all day long. Okay? Anybody with a pulse could see that, but they ran like two screens. Any other game, you're running tunnel screens, you're running all these screens, and now you got a team that's telling you to take the screen, we'll give you the screen, and you're not taking it. And we need a new kicker. We have got to find a new kicker, man. Fitzgerald is not the guy. He's just not the guy. Plain and simple. I don't care how you feel about him, whatever. He is not the guy. Period. I never said that we were back. I at this point, I had Wake Forest penciled in as a loss. I had us at 2-3 at this point of the season. We're 4-1, so we're playing with house money. The team never quit. That's a good thing. Now you've had some success. It's gonna be now, how do you handle, adversity? Mike Norvell has made a lot of bad decisions offensively and just overall as a head coach throughout games during his career. And it's, like I said, he makes at least one bad decision per game. And, as a head coach, you can't make those decisions. You can't make bad decisions. You have to make, you have to be 100% in the right on coaching decisions. That's what they pay you to do. And, like I said, give Wake Forest all the credit in the world, man. They dominated. Their running game dominated. Sam Hartman is a hell of a quarterback. Their receivers are nice. They're deep. They are a well-coached team, well-conditioned team. Our team sucks. Our strength and conditioning is a joke. We're literally getting pushed all over the field. That last drive that Wake Forest had, that 16 or 18 play drive, come on. That's just strength and conditioning right there. There's no way you should let them run that many plays and eat up that much time off the clock. But they did it. And, that's what Louisville should have did. But they tried to be cute with Malik Cunningham. Wake Forest kept running the football. Louisville didn't. And that's how Florida State got back in that game. But, give Clawson a lot of credit. He's a great coach. And he said they can't stop the run. He knew what the weakness is. No Fabian Lovett. We're going to run it right down your throat the whole game. And that's going to be the calling card for every team that you play going forward. We just going to line up, run the ball up the middle, and see if you can stop it. And, to this point, you ain't been able to stop it. Because Boston College did it a little bit, but they just got away from it. I mean, you just had momentum and points, steamrolling that game. But, we 4-1, man. And I didn't want to be ranked anyway because it's just too much unnecessary hype that comes with being ranked. Now you go back to being unranked and you can humble yourself and focus back in. So like I said in the podcast earlier this week, worst case scenario, you want to go 2-1. This was the team that I felt like you had a chance to beat. And I don't really think you have a good chance of beating NC State or Clemson. I think you have a better chance of beating NC State than Clemson, because Clemson has the best defensive line in the ACC. But don't sleep on Wake, man. They got a tremendous team, man. They got a tremendous coach. With their resources, they are able to put a team like that out on the field. Hey, man, it just shows you that, hey, you can still win. They got a lot of players from the state of Florida on their team too. So it just goes to show you that a lot of players slip through the cracks and goes to, but Wake Forest has always had a pipeline down to Florida with no star players. That's why I don't believe in that star crap, because you don't know what's in a player's heart. But at the end of the day, we got dominated. Let's just call it what it is. The boys didn't quit. I admire that, but we got dominated. Offensive line, defensive line got dominated today. Kicking game, terrible. Coaching decisions, terrible. Preparation, terrible. What did you do this week? You did not prepare for this game, because you did not prepare for the mesh. Okay? You did not prepare for that. You can't tell me that you did, because you just can't. And if you did prepare for it, it was the wrong preparation. I don't know what tape y'all studying, but the formula beat Florida State is pretty much out there now. Run the ball up the middle until Fabian Lovett comes back. He is pretty much the run defense for this team. Like I said, the screenplay was there. We just got down. I mean, what they did to us is what I wanted to do to them, which was run the football and keep Sam Hartman in that offense on the sideline. But, I give Wake Forest all the credit in the world. They made the adjustments in that first half, and it's just not a good look. I'm not ready to run Mike Norvell out of town or anything like that, but you got to improve your decision making in these games. You got to, and you got to find the kicker. I don't know if you put the punter out there. I don't know, but you got to have a backup kicker. Okay. It's got to be a backup kicker on this team. You got to give him a shot. And that's it. I think we're gonna be 4-3 after these next two games, and we just gonna have to make do. I never had us being back per se from from 2012 to 2016, but we got a long way to go. I knew that when we were 4-0. I was not sitting here thinking anything outrageous like some of the people in this fan base. But you got a lot of work to do. You got to keep in mind that Mike Norvell is still a very young coach. And, that's no excuse, though. Like I said, Florida State pays you to make the right decision every single time. That's what they pay you to do. So, and he's made some not so good decisions throughout games, even this year with the success. So, not bagging on him, not ready to, run him out of town or nothing like that. But the preparation just, I think they started reading a little bit of their own press clippings here. That's what I think they got kind of full of themselves. And you just Florida State ain't back yet. We not mediocre, but we're not back to where we want to be. So I would hope that in preparation for NC State next week, that they really hone in on what they like to do offensively. But again, you're going against another quarterback, another great quarterback in this conference. And the tape is out there. I really don't think you have to throw a lot in that game. You just got to run the football. So very disappointing loss. I'm not saying the world is, the sky is falling, the world is coming to an end, but, definitely preparation has to be better. Strength and conditioning, I don't think there's anything you can do with strength and conditioning in mid-season, but off-season, you have to really take a look at your strength and conditioning program and give it a major overhaul. And Darius Washington was absolutely terrible today. I've told you as such. He's not a left tackle. Anytime he plays against a decent pass rusher, he gets exposed. And I don't know why they continuously march him out there at left tackle. So, like I said, just bad decisions, bad personnel decisions. And, hopefully we can improve next week. That's the end of this Instant Reaction podcast, available on YouTube and all podcast platforms. As always, go Noles.